Hello friends and welcome to my channel Iballdesigningdeveloper. So today we are back with another video on this channel, and like you all know that previously on we have covered up many of the things using C++ because we have started a new tutorial of C++, and in this video I will be telling you that what are variables. Example, like previously on we have learned many of the things about variables like identifier, constant, these all comes with variables, but we have not seen anything with an example of variable. So today I will be giving you an example of variable, that if you are creating any small software or any small program, so how you can create it using variables. So we'll be also using variable example, and we'll be seeing that how you can create a small program when you're using variables with examples. So I hope you'll be enjoying this video from start. So if you enjoy and if you understand this video, so remember to hit a like, and if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I will be uploading on this channel. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's get started. So now here we are on the computer screen, and like you all know that I've told you that today in this video I'll be telling you that what are variables example in C++. So now let's get started and see that how we can just work with variables and what are the examples of variables. Like I've already told you about variables in previous videos, but now I will be telling you that how you can use variables with examples now in this video. So now if I move down, so here the subheading says real life examples. Now if I read this paragraph, so it says us that let's get a bit more practical. Often in our examples we simplify variable names to match their data type, my init or my num for init type, my char for char types, and so on. This is done to avoid confusion. Means if you want to use these all simplify variable name to match their data, so you will be using these names which is written, like you will be using my teacher, you will be using my num, you will be using my char, and you will be using char types as well, and so on the data which says it. However, for a practical example of using variables, we have created a program that stores different data about a college student. Means this is an example which I have created using these all variables which we have learned in previous video, and we using these all variables we will be creating an example that how these variables are working if you have not understand it in the previous video. And we have also created another example which is to calculate the area of a rectangle. In this real life example we create a program to calculate the area of a rectangle by multiplying the length and width. Like if you want to multiply length and width in real life, so you will be creating a program to calculate the area of a rectangle. So this is the example how you can create a area of a rectangle when you are multiplying it by length and width. So first of all I'll be copying this data which is coming here so that we can work with this thing first. So I'll be just copying these all things, and I'll be moving on to my repl here. So you can create a new repl here, or if you don't have to, or if you have already created, so just you can use your same repl again. So I will be just logging out with this account here, and I'll be logging it with my dummy account that we were using in the previous videos, like you all know that. So here I will be just pressing the account name, and I'll be just logging myself in this repl it which we were using in the previous videos as well, which was our main online environment of C++. And I also prefer, if you're a beginner, so use this environment here. I'll be pasting all the things, but one thing is that I'll be changing the name here. Like in this video we are learning variables example, so I will be writing variables example in C++. Then I'll be pressing enter so that we can get the title of this REPL, and you can just see now the title of this REPL has been changed to variables examples in C++. Now here I've pasted all the codes, but to work with these codes obviously I have to write the starting codes. So I'll be writing here include iostream like this. Then I will be using namespace std. So write like this using namespace std. Then you can just see we are getting a student data here, but for that also we'll be using init main. So I will be writing here init main parenthesis, then this curly bracket which I will be adding down after this like this. Now here I'll be just moving down, and I'll be returning value as 0. You can just see we have done all the things here. So I'll be removing this print variable so that we can remove the comment here. And you can just see we have first of all written a variable in integer which is says student id 15. Then we have added another integer which says student age is 23. Then float student fee, means float means that if you want to write any decimal value, so you can use float function, which I have told you in variables video many times. And because of that we have used it float, because we are writing a decimal value here which is 75.25. Then if we talk about a student grade, which we have used with this jar which says B, and the count, student ID, student age, student fee, student grade, these all things should be showing because we have added all these things here. So I will be now running this to check what output we are getting here. So if I run this, so you can just see we are getting student ID 15, student age 23, student fees 75.25. Then we are also getting the student grade B because we have written all these things here. Means this is a small program which we have created in which we have added all these things, and these all things are working. And one thing is that we have seen all these things with the example of variable, and it means that our variables are working, and you can use these variables with any example you can want to create. Like if you want to create any small adventure game, you can create using variables. If you want to create any small number game, you can also create, because many of the people use variables when they are in a start of C++. They use variable to create number guessing game, hangman game, like these all starting games you can create using variables, which are really important if you want to learn about C++ in more detail. Now we will be pasting another code which we have on our document, which was that if you want to create area of rectangle by multiplying width and length, so how you can do that. So we can use these all functions, or you can say these all attributes and elements, so that we can create a calculation of area of rectangle here. So now I'll be removing all these things, and then simply I'll be just pressing Ctrl Z and pasting all these things here. Now here I will be removing the comment from here because I don't want these things should be comment out. So I'll be removing these comments here. After removing the comments, now if I do like this, so you can just see we are first of all getting an integer length which says is that the integer length is 4. Then it says init width, means integer width is 6. Then we have to calculate the area. So in area I have written area equal to length multiplied by width. So length is this, width is this. When it will be multiplying length with width, when it will be multiplying width with length, so we will be getting the width. Then the area of rectangle in the end we will be getting in the output. So now we have to run to check we are getting the output or not. So I will be running this, and after running you can just see we are getting an output which says length is 4, width is 6. Then the area of rectangle is 24 because it is multiplying 6 and 4, and 6 4s are 24, and that is why we are getting the area of rectangle which is 24. And like this you can also create a small program if you want to using variables. You can also create a calculator which will be having all the operators like plus, minus, multiplication, division, and it will be easy for you to understand that the variables are working with all the operators or not. You can also add percentage sign, then you can also add some bonus sign if you want to add. So I hope you understand that how we have calculated a small rectangle area using variables. And these were some examples which I want to give you, these two examples about variables. Like first example we have seen that how you can calculate the student data. Then the second example which we have seen that is how you can calculate the area of a rectangle using variables. And I hope you understand these all examples which I have given you in this video. I can give more other examples, like 5 to 10 examples I can give you, but like you all know that we are a beginner and we don't know many things about C++, and that is why I'm giving you some basic examples, 2 examples, so that you can easily understand that when we are working with C++, so how we can use variables with examples. So I hope you enjoy this video in which I have given you some examples of C++ in variables. So if you have understand this video and if you enjoy this amazing example video of variable from start, so remember to hit a like to this video. And if you're new on this channel, want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing a notification bell, so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I'll be uploading on this channel. And remember to see my previous videos which I have created on this C++ series, so you can learn many other things about C++ as well. So now what we are waiting for, I'll be meeting you next project or next tutorial video of C++ using these all things which we have already learned in previously videos. So for today, goodbye.